There were lines drawn across the stars. Lines not of light, but of fear. After the Battle of Damar Prime, when a single human destroyer took down 3 Vorsk dreadnoughts by ramming itself into their central command node, the galaxy took a breath and rewrote the laws. No humans beyond Sector Iota 7. The clause was non-negotiable. Earth signed. Mars grumbled, but signed. Even the fringe colonies were pressured into silence. But grief doesn't sign treaties, and love doesn't read them. Captain Ayla Vance stood at the edge of her ship's viewing canopy, sipping lukewarm coffee from a steel mug dented by 20 years of hard living. Her cruiser, the Starling, floated in the shadow of a dying moon. Iota 7 lay just beyond the nav barrier. Her pulse had never been so calm. "Still thinking this is a good idea, Captain?" Juno asked. The reprogrammed synth's voice was metallic, but layered with sarcasm he'd learned from Ayla herself. "I'm not here for good ideas," she said. "I'm here for Elias." Juno nodded, then glanced at the glowing containment crate in the cargo bay. Inside was a Nexus shard, a sliver of a forbidden alien device rumored to alter spacetime itself. Humans weren't supposed to even know about it, let alone touch it. "You sure this is what he wanted?" Juno asked. "No," Ayla replied. "But I never cared what people wanted, only what they needed." She keyed in the nav sequence. The stars around them bent like ghosts, stretching in their sleep. They entered Iota 7. Varun was a whisper of a world, wrapped in cobalt ice and buried storms. 5 years ago, Elias Vance had sent a signal from its surface. One cryptic message before disappearing forever. "It's not just tech, Ayla. It's truth. Real truth." That was the last anyone heard of him. Now the Starling touched down on the planet's dusk side. Ayla suited up, Juno following. The wind howled like it remembered every scream left behind. They found the old camp within hours, buried under frost and dust. There were signs of a struggle. Torn fabric, blood frozen mid-spatter, but no bodies. Then they heard humming, in a way. Cavern beneath the ruins, lit only by Juno's shoulder lamp, they found the girl. She looked human, mostly. Pale skin threaded with veins of silver. Her eyes glowed faintly blue, but not like an implant. Like a nebula trying to break free, she didn't flinch, didn't speak at first, only watched Ayla, as if weighing her soul. "I'm Ayla," the captain said. "I'm here for my brother." The girl blinked. "He said you would come." Juno froze. "That voice, it's wrong." Ayla crouched. "What's your name?" The girl tilted her head. "Elias called me Lyra. He said I was important." Ayla's voice cracked. "Is he alive?" Lyra looked down. "He stayed behind, to make sure I could be found." Flight they didn't even make it out of the upper atmosphere before the Concorde arrived, an Inquisitor-class destroyer Judicator Morn. "Unregistered human vessel," the broadcast echoed. "You are in violation of the Galactic Treaty. Power down and prepare for seizure." Ayla killed the feed. "Juno, we're not playing this game." Lyra stepped forward. "I can help." "What can you do?" Juno asked skeptically. She reached out and touched the control panel. The lights shifted. Systems surged. The Starling leapt into action like it had been reborn, and just like that, they ran. The chase through fire. The asteroid belt was dense, angry, and unstable, the perfect place to die, or disappear. Juno manned the rear turrets, cursing every third shot. "We've got incoming, Mark 11, their tracking's slipping." Ayla grinned. "That's Lyra." She looked over. The girl was humming, not a song exactly, but a tone, a living frequency that warped the ship's energy field just enough to throw off conquered sensors. "She's broadcasting," Juno realized. "That's not possible." "Neither was surviving Varun alone," Ayla said. Behind them, the destroyer slammed into a rogue moon fragment. No explosion, just silence. Safe in the outer ring of the sector, Ayla stared at Lyra, who was now curled up in the medbay. "She's not just a hybrid," Juno said, voice low. "She's bonded with the vault tech, that nexus shard in the hold. She's part of it, or it's part of her." Ayla sat beside her. "Why did Elias keep you hidden?" Lyra opened her eyes. "Because I know what they did." "Who?" "The Concord. The other races. They made the vault, but they couldn't understand it. Then humans came, and the vault chose Elias, then it chose me." Ayla's blood ran cold. "What do you mean, chose?" "I'm not just a key," Lyra said. "I'm the door. They made contact with a fringe human outpost. An old friend of Ayla's, Captain Reese of the Vigilant, offered safe harbor. But safety was a lie. He turned them in. The Concord came fast, silent ships with black flags. Ayla screamed as they boarded. She fought. She bled. She lost. They took Lyra. Juno was dismantled. The Starling was disabled, and Ayla was thrown into a cell in orbit above Earth. You don't cage a Vance. With nothing but a disassembled comm chip, a broken tooth implant, and sheer rage, Ayla broke. Out of the holding cell in less than 12 hours, she found Juno, half-gutted but his neural core intact. She restored him in a stolen tech lab, then she stole the Starling back. The Concord had taken Lyra to Kefir Station, a deep space black site where laws didn't matter and experiments whispered through the dark. Ayla went in alone. One woman, one ship, 1,000 reasons to die. But Ayla wasn't there to survive. She was there to bring her family home. Through alarms, bullets, gravity wells, and fire, she found the chamber. Lyra was inside, surrounded by scientists and drones, unconscious, glowing. Ayla kicked in the door, and then everything changed. Lyra opened her eyes. The vault tech inside her responded to Ayla's presence like a sunrise. She stepped forward. The room shook. The Concord operatives backed away, panicking. "She's not stable," someone yelled. Lyra took Ayla's hand. "I remember now," she whispered. "Elias showed me what I am. I'm not a weapon. I'm a beginning." The vault activated. Reality. Bent. The space station cracked open, not in destruction but revelation. All ships around it were caught in a gravity bloom, suspended in a cocoon of unfiltered truth. And the galaxy watched. Messages flowed across the networks. Human contact with Nexus confirmed. The vault has chosen. The child is human-made. The Concord lied. One by one, systems in Iota 7 repealed their treaties. Species who had never dared speak began to rise. The myth of human recklessness was shattered. In its place rose something far more dangerous. Hope. Ayla stood on the bridge of the Starling, Lyra beside her. Juno was rebuilt, grumbling at the wiring, in his arm. "Where to now, Captain?" he asked. Ayla smiled. "We go where the truth needs to be told." Lyra looked up at the stars. "They said no humans would come." Ayla wrapped her arm around the girl. "They were wrong.